Most mainstream startup trends everyone talks about in 2026 are already oversaturated. Crowded markets bring thin profit margins, fierce competition, and almost no room for new entrants to gain an early advantage. Real wealth shifts happen inside quiet, underrated sectors that fly under mainstream investor and entrepreneur radar. These hidden business verticals carry massive upward momentum through the entire year of 2026. They match long-term demographic shifts, policy adjustments, technological maturity, and real-world consumer pain points that stay unaddressed by large corporations. Today we break down 3 distinct low-competition business models that will experience explosive organic growth throughout 2026. Every model requires reasonable upfront investment, supports flexible scaling, works for solo operators and small startup teams alike, and avoids the hype cycles that crash popular tech fads overnight. The first overlooked booming business revolves around niche industry AI operational integration. Generic consumer AI tools receive endless media coverage and attract endless new competitors. Everyone builds generic chatbots, generic content generators, and generic automation platforms. Almost no entrepreneurs focus on deploying customized AI workflows directly into traditional offline and small business industries. Local service firms, manufacturing workshops, retail chains, logistics operators, and professional service agencies all struggle with repetitive administrative tasks, inefficient customer communication, disorganized data management, and slow operational responses. These businesses cannot afford expensive enterprise-level AI systems. They lack technical teams to build tailored AI solutions from scratch. They only need practical AI tools that fit their daily workflows. Cut unnecessary labor load, reduce human error, and speed up overall service delivery. You can build a targeted service agency that designs simple, deployable AI automation stacks for single vertical industries. You do not need to develop original large language models. You combine existing mature AI infrastructures, adjust functions to match specific industry scenarios, deliver full implementation support, provide regular system maintenance, and charge long-term recurring service fees. Small businesses will keep paying consistently because optimized AI directly lifts their daily output and cuts ongoing running costs. Competition stays extremely low because most AI founders chase broad consumer markets instead of deep industrial niche penetration. Demand rises steadily as more traditional businesses realize they cannot survive future market competition without intelligent operational upgrades. This sector stays stable through economic fluctuations and generates predictable continuous revenue far beyond short-lived viral consumer AI products. The second undervalued high-growth opportunity focuses on home-centered senior lifestyle and accessibility services. Global aging population patterns drive permanent structural demand shifts that will only intensify in 2026. Aging groups prefer independent living inside their own residences rather than institutional care facilities. They face widespread unmet needs, including home safety modification, daily life assistance, remote health monitoring, personalized activity planning, and accessible living equipment matching. Large healthcare groups prioritize hospital treatment and large-scale nursing facilities. Few private startups build localized, flexible, customized at-home senior service packages. You can structure a localized startup that delivers home safety renovation, mobility device installation, regular health check coordination, daily life companion support, and customized wellness arrangement for elderly residents. You cooperate with local medical institutions, property management companies, and community organizations to gain steady customer streams without expensive large-scale advertising. Service pricing matches mainstream household consumption levels. Customer loyalty remains extremely high because family members prioritize reliable long-term care solutions. Word of mouth spreads rapidly inside residential communities. This business carries stable cash flow, low seasonal volatility, and long-term sustainable expansion potential. It remains largely ignored by mainstream venture capital trends, keeping market competition mild and allowing new operators to capture large local market shares quickly. Policy support for elderly home care continues expanding across major regions, lowering operational thresholds and reducing regulatory risks for small startups entering this space. The third explosive underrated business for 2026 is localized sustainable circular consumption and low-carbon business consulting. Global corporate and household environmental requirements keep tightening steadily. Businesses face stricter waste management rules, carbon operation standards, and sustainable supply chain requirements. Ordinary consumers keep shifting preferences toward reusable, recyclable, and eco-friendly daily products. Major environmental technology companies focus on large industrial carbon projects and expensive green infrastructure. Almost no small startups serve small local merchants, retail stores, restaurants, and individual households with practical low-carbon solutions. You launch a localized service that helps small businesses optimize waste recycling processes, switch to eco-friendly consumables, build circular product circulation systems, and complete compliant low-carbon operation adjustments. You also develop small-scale reusable product circulation services for residential communities. You provide professional sustainable operation consulting, supply matching of green materials, regular circular inventory management, and compliance reporting support. Every small enterprise needs these services to meet updated regulatory requirements and match consumer environmental consumption preferences. Entry barriers stay low, profit cycles turn fast, and repeat cooperation forms stable long-term client relationships. Public awareness of environmental protection rises continuously, pushing market demand higher month by month. This sector avoids volatile tech speculation, relies on real rigid market demand, and maintains steady upward growth independent of short-term stock market and tech trend fluctuations. Most entrepreneurs ignore circular local sustainability opportunities and chase high-profile green energy projects instead, leaving massive untapped market space open for early movers. Each of these three business models shares identical core advantages that make them perfect 2026 startup choices. None rely on fleeting internet hype. All connect to permanent social and economic structural changes. None require massive startup capital to launch. All support gradual scaling from solo operation to team-based enterprise expansion. None face brutal price wars that destroy profit margins in crowded popular markets. Early entry lets you build brand recognition, lock stable customer resources, and form operational standards before mass competitors flood into these sectors. Timing matters for more than business idea complexity in modern startup environments. Waiting for mainstream media to discover these opportunities means you miss the entire early growth window where profits are highest and competition stays minimal. Markets shift faster than public awareness. The most profitable startup positions always exist before everyone knows a sector is booming. You do not need revolutionary inventions to build a successful business in 2026. You only need to spot quiet emerging demand that others overlook and execute practical, down-to-earth operational plans consistently. Every business path discussed today contains clear actionable entry points, realistic customer acquisition logic, and sustainable long-term revenue structures. You can adapt each model to your local market conditions. Adjust service scopes according to available resources and start small before expanding into larger regional coverage. Successful startups do not follow crowded trends. They anticipate upcoming demand shifts and occupy blank market gaps ahead of time. 2026 will reward patient, observant entrepreneurs who stay away from noisy mainstream fads and focus on genuine high-potential hidden business opportunities. If you want more in-depth startup analysis, hidden market insights, and practical business operation logic for upcoming years, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Turn on notification alerts so you never miss critical emerging business trends that shape future wealth opportunities. Leave your thoughts about these business models in the comments section below, and share which opportunity you find most worth pursuing.